So, like I said, in this class, I learned that getting and giving feedback actually gets you out of your comfort zone. Um, and well, it's good to have feedback because at the end, our everyone's looking for the same outcome, which was to find ways to present our posts and have the final answer, of course. Okay, so this was the thread. I really find this one really, really, really helpful by Paulina. She's all like doing the video is definitely a good idea and you should go for it. You can take small video segments of people that you will ask your question to. If you have an iPhone, you can do it on iMovie. If not, there are other websites, and she literally gave me 2 websites. And then a part of this, she also gave me a YouTube video. And I mean, that was really helpful, and I ended up making a video for my final post. I really like this one. In the future, I can use this knowledge in my everyday life. It's amazing to get help from someone else. Of course, not always. I don't mean like depend on someone, but it's cool to get feedback. I felt like I had more to work with, and I actually had some really good feedback always. I learned to not be scared of the words that I use. My dominant language is Spanish, and I guess this has always been an insecurity to me. In the past, I never really liked to talk out loud, like in front of people, because I feel like my accent is too strong. I mean, I never got bullied or anything like that, but still. When I had to get feedback, I would panic because I felt like I didn't know how to explain myself the way I wanted to, or like if they would understand what I was trying to tell them. In this class, I learned that I shouldn't be scared. At the end, we're all there for each other, and I think I did a good job on giving good feedbacks, or whenever it was my turn to speak in class. I shouldn't be scared, especially since I am a dancer and I'm always going to be around people and communicating. So, this is a feedback that I gave. Oh no. Okay, so this is a post that I made for the feedback for Arlette. I'm sorry, and I'm just saying that she should make the post a bit more detailed since it's one of her last posts, or the last one. And when we first started creating this project, I actually wanted to make infographics, so like I saved the links to it, and I gave her the links that helped me make the infographic. And I told her to look up some infographic templates, which is what I did, to have an idea or to make it look more interesting and full. And then I just told her that if that didn't help her, that she could always email me, and I was going to help her gladly. Okay. So in the future, I can use this by starting now. I'm not gonna overthink or feel bad about my accent, which people say I don't even have one, but I feel like I do. So I feel like I did a good job giving feedbacks. Not only this one, okay? So for my question number 7, I learned that some feedback can be very helpful and some can't. Unfortunately, I did get one feedback that didn't help me at all, but it's okay. I got through it. I only got one feedback that didn't help me, and I didn't know how to act. I guess I just felt uncomfortable because I was really looking forward on getting some really good help for that one feedback session. In this class, I learned that some feedback is not too helpful because the information they give you is too short, or it just wasn't applicable or to anything. And it was this one right here. I don't want to call anyone out, but I mean, I have to give an example. So it was this one. He's all like, you should totally do a video, especially if your question involves dancing, since it's such a visual important action. So I feel like that didn't help because I knew I wanted to do a video, right? So yeah, I would stop just that one. From what I learned, I'll always try to give good feedback whenever I'm asked to, because it sucks when someone doesn't even try to help. I also learned that most of the times feedback sessions were able to clear up almost every question that I was having or suggested, and they came up with really, really, really amazing responses and ideas. In the past, I never really had the chance to have a feedback session. I feel lost when we had our first one in this class, but I was able to get through it, and I think I gave some really good feedback as well as I received. In this class, I learned that feedback sessions were able to clear up most of my questions because at the end, I always had final outcomes to my post, and it couldn't have been possible without my peers. So, more feedbacks. So these, as far as, I think this was my very, very, very first post. Yeah, this was my first post, and they really helped. Like, as far as recording, I think the setting is what will, this one, I really like this one. As far as recording, I think the setting is what will show the emotion. For instance, if she's dancing and she's supposed to be showing great emotion, they have the setting outside at a nice place or even on a stage. I really wanted to do this, but like COVID, I wasn't able to get the stage, and then outside, it was going to be too dark because I only had time at night as well as the dancers. But yes. And then this one, when it comes to the recording, there are apps that allows you to edit videos and add clips in between as well. iPhone has good quality. You want to able to show how she is expressing herself, record it from up close, and if possible, follow the move with your camera like how we see in the movies. And that's what I did. That's what I did on this one right here. On the very first video, I told my friend to move the camera closer and, to work with it. From what I learned, I'll always try to, okay, no. In the past, I never had the chance to have a feedback session, and I felt lost when we had our first one. But I got through it. In the future, I can use this knowledge by literally like everything. Just like I said before, I'll always try to give good feedback whenever I'm asked to, because I learned that feedback does impact in good and bad ways, but to me it mostly did in good ways. So finally, I looked at my video vlogs and I look very, very scared. They're not stupid. I was overthinking way too much about this course. I just kept mentioning essays and writing I know. But I would like to go back and tell myself that this is actually a really interesting dynamic and interesting class to take. It is very different to any of the English classes I've taken, and I really wish I knew the stuff that I know now. I think I would have come up with a better project. But I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I learned in the process of, and that's it for my presentation. Thank you, Bonnie.